Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. And today, since it's that time of year again, the holidays are here again, the time just goes by so fast. Today I'm going to be doing a dehydrated fruit and nut mix. I took 5 bananas, sliced them. I tried to slice them all the same thickness. And then I did not season them at all, did not put any cinnamon or nutmeg or anything because they already have natural sugar. And I took 3 apples and I cut them halves. And I tried to also get those the same thickness. I took 2 bags of nut mix. And this has almonds, cashews, walnuts, peanuts, maybe even pecans in here, probably. And I think that's all there is in here. And you're supposed to have 2 cups of nut mix. So this is 2 cups. And we did, in this container, we have cinnamon, nutmeg, cloves, and sugar. And some salt that's left over from the nut mix because the nut mix was already salted. And so I thought, you know, it already has salt. I don't want to go overboard on the salt, so I just didn't add any more salt, even though the recipe calls for it. And to be specific, you need 6 tablespoons of white sugar, 1 tablespoon ground cinnamon, 1/8 teaspoon ground cloves, a cup of raisins, and ½ teaspoon of salt, but that's optional. And then you have a bowl here. I have an egg white. 1 egg white. It says whipped, or beaten I should say. I have 1 egg white here beaten. I'm going to take the egg whites first. Put it in here. I'm going to take the nuts. I'm going to stir the nuts into the egg white until the nuts are coated. Take the seasoning. I'm going to sprinkle it over top. Stir it until it's evenly spread. Oh, this smells so good. Oh, even before it's cooked. And you want to preheat your oven to 325. And you don't need to spray the cookie sheet, but you do need to stir it occasionally in the oven. My cookie sheet. And pour it over this. And you're going to cook it, I believe, for 20 minutes. When they come out and they're done, I'm going to take the raisins and I'm going to sprinkle it over. And then if you want to, you can put it in for another few minutes if you want, but you don't have to. You're just going to get the raisins, you know, around the seasoning and everything. So, and then after that, I'm going to pour the dried fruit in that I have here. I don't have to use all of it. That will be my first edible holiday treat. I'm very excited about how these turned out. A good width. The thickness wouldn't hinder dehydrating the right way. But I'm going to do this dehydrating fruit again. Oven's 325. Okay, we're good to go. And they say to put this, while I'm thinking about it, they say that after your nut mix is done, to put your nuts and everything in an airtight container. Wash that container just to be on the safe side. And then I will use this container to put my nut mix in because it was already in there already. Oh, that smells so good. Ooh. Got it. What do you think? Oh, they smell good. Oh, chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Oh, that is so good. See that? Delicious. We're going to set this aside to cool. Okay, I'm doing oatmeal cookies, but I'm going to add raisins to it. So, my raisins. Preheat the oven at 375. Unsalted butter at room temp. Brown sugar. White sugar. Baking soda. Cinnamon. Cinnamon. I could use a mixer, I know, but the only reason I do it this way is because when you look at a mixer at the bottom, you see all the flour around the edge. I'm just like, okay, that didn't mix well. So I mix it myself. I just move it around and stuff and make sure it's all blended well. That's why I prefer to do this. And I know, yes, I have a mixer, but I still use it, but just for other things. Cloves. 2 eggs, I believe. Yep, 2 eggs. And this is another edible Christmas treat gift. My vanilla. Baking powder. Flour, of course. Start with 3/4 cup, but I know this isn't all 3/4. Actually, this is going to be, make sure if it's room temperature, it's easy to handle or more easy to mix. I'm going to get another stick and probably about pretty much room temperature. Okay, we're going to beat this only for 30 seconds, so pretty much without beating it really. You want to quick, so interference. My dad's told me, a little bit too quick on me, he taught me that about that much amount in the palm of your hand equals at least half of a teaspoon. Now if you don't want to use it all, if you want to be careful, you could just, stop there and just call it good and say half a teaspoon. So, no problem. Now you're going to add the brown sugar. 1 cup packed. And this measurement is 1/4. So I'm going to use 4 of those, obviously. And when I go, I notice sometimes that there's pieces of brown sugar that are packed harder, or hard little crystals that have stuck together and become darker than others. See that dark part? I don't want that in there. I'm that in again. So we're at half cup. Half cup. Oh. Half cup of white sugar. And this is already a half cup. Some of these sugars, yes, they came with the scoop. So I'm gonna do, I don't know, get the whole thing. We're going to put, I believe, the baking powder, baking soda in 2. Yep, and we're going to do 1 teaspoon powder. You always want to make sure, double check, triple check, quadruple check even if you want to, the amount of baking powder, baking soda, and salt all the time. Anytime you bake. It's very important, or else you'll bite into it and it'll be too crunchy or just not edible. So 1 teaspoon of, make sure you grab the right one. That's not baking powder. This is baking powder. 1/4 baking soda. And I like my teaspoons because they're magnetic. Look at that. They just all hold together. Wonderful. Just sticks together. Awesome. You don't lose them. Go shuffling in the drawer going, oh, where's the other one? I know it's in here somewhere. It's really cool. Okay. Now it says to, oh, and if you want to, you can add cinnamon and cloves. Before I get too carried away with this. And these are optional. The cloves and cinnamon and cloves, you don't have to put it in, but I think it's the holidays. So why not? Okay, this is cinnamon to a ½ teaspoon, and so I'm just doubling the 1/4. And 1/4 of the cloves. So you just forget the oatmeal. It's called oatmeal raisin. I just realized I was reading. So I double checked the recipe too. Oatmeal. Some of you are probably thinking, she didn't get out the oatmeal. Hello, oatmeal cookies, oatmeal raisin. You didn't grab the oatmeal. So there we go, oatmeal. All right, so I'm so glad you helped me. So it's all put together. Vanilla is 1 teaspoon. 2 cups of oats. I got a bubble. There's several bubbles. Let's stir this in first, and then put the flour in. 1 3/4 cup of flour. I'll just do the flour almost to the top. No flour. Look at that. Teaspoon. Or if I'll be generous, have a little bit more. You're going to put 2 inches apart, ungreased cookie sheet. Smells good in the dough already. I'm going to flatten this out a little bit, just to make sure that it evenly cooks through. Or I should say, cooks evenly through. Okay guys, I wanted to show you the cookie. You can see there around the edge. It's golden brown. And the inside looks nice and soft. And that's a good sign. Alright, now we're going to make what I saw on another YouTube channel from Scratch Made Simple. So I can't take credit for all this idea. But I thought it was such a cute idea. It sounded so good, so I'm going to do this. I bought 2 squares of the milk chocolate chocour, I think it's called, the pronunciation. I already broke up one because I bought 2 of them. I broke up one and I made a double boiler. So I'm going to boil down one. I probably need this one too, so I'm just going to take this one over here. I bought 2 of these peppermint sticks from the dollar store, and right now I only have 1 crumbled up in my grinder, my blender thing. So I'm probably going to just save this for another day. We have peanut butter, creamy. I prefer creamy over chunky any day. I blended up because this only has like salt and peanut butter in it. So I blended that up so it's nice and creamy. We got marshmallow cream. And the Ritz crackers, of course. We're going to put peanut butter on one side, marshmallow cream on the other, and then I'm going to alternate, if I can remember, to put Nutella in between some as well. And I'm going to be putting 1.5 teaspoons or so of peppermint extract in the chocolate. So we're going to put this over here so we don't forget that. And also, while we're at it, if I have some chocolate left over, which I'm hoping, I'm going to spread this over. I only put about 1/2 cup, or either 1/4 to 1/2 cup of popcorn in a pan. I popped it. And I'm going to drizzle some, lay it flat on a cookie sheet like this, and then drizzle some chocolate over that. And send that with my treats we're making here. But this is all edible Christmas ideas. So if you want to go ahead and make this, you're welcome to. So anyway, we're going to do the peanut butter. And she calls this peanut butter peppermint patties. And I don't know, I'm trying to think of another title for it, but I don't know if I can, so we'll see. And after you put these all into, it won't look perfect, but at least it'll taste good at the end. Once you have all this done, you're going to sandwich them together, and then you're going to put them in the refrigerator to chill for about 20 minutes if you want, maybe 30, just to be on the safe side, so that none of this rolls off the cracker. And with this salt in here and the marshmallow, the sweet and salty, it'll taste really good. And since it's Christmas, we're going to be a little bit more generous with You want to taste the middle. You don't want to bite into it and think, all I taste is cracker. That's not really fun. Now we're going to put these in the fridge. And when we come back, we will decorate with the peppermint and the chocolate. Okay guys, we're back and I am dipping the crackers into the chocolate, and the consistency is really smooth. You can also decorate this with other things, a snowman, Christmas tree, whatever you want to do. Another tip I would like to share with you, the popcorn, when you go to pop it in the pot, instead of just putting in oil, you can add maybe peppermint to the oil, and then that way the popcorn tastes like peppermint. Alright, the popcorn, stay here on the counter because I don't want to put it stale. These go in the freezer, so to have the chocolate set up. Alright, thank you so much for joining me today. I was debating whether to put peppermint over this, but it might be a bit much. I don't know. How would you decorate your popcorn? You can let me know in the comments below, but I hope that you enjoyed baking with me today and making some edible Christmas Day treats for family or friends. And I hope that you guys enjoy your holidays and you have a fun time making treats with your family and friends. We will see you guys in the next video, and take care. Bye.